this Simple Aviation documentary. I'm joined today by London Buses 136 to discuss the aircraft that are pushing us towards zero emissions. So, hello, London Buses 136.
Hello, Simple Aviation. I'm London Buses 136, a partner company for Simple Aviation. I post bus videos, most of one a week or two, if you're lucky. And you should check out my channel. It's actually quite cool. See some observations and stuff. So
the
let's carry on.
The London Buses 136 channel link can be found in the description below. So you may not have heard of London Buses 136, but that is because they recently partnered with us, so it's not anything old. But at the same time, you also may be wondering why is Simple Aviation doing so many videos on the climate change and aviation topics. So if you didn't know currently about the current affairs going on in Glasgow in Scotland, about COP26, where all the major leaders around the world have come there to discuss, the future of our planet. And so, manufacturers and airlines are listening very closely to this because we all got to save our environment, haven't we? So we're going to see the designs of aircraft by manufacturers that are pushing us towards zero emissions. So let's get into it. So my first design that I want to share with you is a Wright Spirit. Now this was released pretty recently. So this Wright Spirit company will be taking in old aircraft and converting them into 100-seat electric planes. Now that seems pretty interesting. And if you're looking at this image and thinking, hey, that's a BAE 146, you're right. They've been converting old aircraft into 100-seat electric planes. So it's a nice initiative, I must say. So yeah, obviously not the most aesthetic livery of the Wright Spirit, but obviously will be put into the airline's livery. So before we go any further, London Buses 136, are there any buses that run on anything apart from diesel and fuel?
Actually loads. Some bus routes are going to be converted into full electric or hybrid, at least, or petrol plug-in or diesel Euro 6 to comply with the ULEZ or EZ, which requires a diesel Euro 6 and over. So there's going to be loads of buses out there you might see electric. So let's wait until about 2030, see most of them already electric.
Yeah, so are there any other designs apart from electric and hydrogen, or what?
For now that's all, but we could plan on getting solar panels in the buses. That'd be quite cool. You don't need to charge them every time. They could be sun powered.
Yeah. So this is the Embraer turboprops designs. They were released pretty recently as well. So these, I'm fine with most of them. One of them to me doesn't aesthetically, in terms of the placement of the fan, look very aesthetic, which is this one. But obviously, as long as it does its job and reduce our emissions, is fine. So now the other three look really nice. My favorite would probably have to be this one. What's your favorite out of these designs, London Buses 136?
Probably the Embraer one on the bottom right. That looks quite cool.
Yeah. So moving on, we have the Airbus Efan X plane. Now this is a collaboration with Rolls-Royce, who make engines for aircraft. So obviously we can see the Rolls-Royce logo there. And the honeycomb design actually looks pretty interesting, but that is a subject for another day. These that are, BAE 146 again, incorporated in the design. This was discussed back in 2017, but it's probably still in the drawing boards in the design process. And yeah, probably with the hydrogen plants this will be held back for a bit, though. These run on electricity, and yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is Airbus Zero project, which runs on H2 energy. It's zero emission aircraft, and they all cater to different kinds. So, these are set to come in place by mid 2030s, so it's just around the corner, really. So in terms of replacement, we've already got to start thinking of unreleased types. So the Airbus A321XLR will be replaced eventually. Now, if you're wondering, hey, it will only be like 12 years or so after release. Why would anyone want to retire an aircraft then? Well, as much as jets are inefficient, Air France has done it when they were only like 8 years old. So this could be replacing, if they are still there, something like a 767 or a 737 MAX, maybe. This could be replacing something like an A350 if required. It could also replace 787 maybe, and maybe an E321XLR. This could be replace an ATR or a Dash Q400, and it kind of does look like that anyway, probably because it's just a turboprop. But those are your designs for that. We've also got the Boeing Eco demonstrator here as our next design. Now, Boeing have had the Eco demonstrator program for quite a long time. They've been collaborating with Alaska Airlines as well to find out, how Boeing can do its bit and help save the planet. So yeah, we've also seen that on the 777 Eco demonstrator Boeing. So yeah, moving on. This is our Heart Aerospace ES19. Now Mesa Airlines, who operate some flights on behalf of United Express, have already placed an order for some of these jets, which run fully on electricity, I believe. And I'm just thinking about this. This looks like a Dash Q400's fuselage with I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah. And we've also got a DHL design here with Aviation. DHL have placed some orders for these. They are zero emissions, and you've got two turboprops on the back. Kind of reminds me of something like a jet, like one of these guys. So yeah, so we've got the DHL design on here. So yeah, London Buses 136. What was your favorite design out of all of these?
I like all of them, to be honest, but the one I like the most is the cool DHL marking zero emission plane. I'm not too savvy on planes though, but I do have a suggestion of making a plane. I really like an electric Boeing 747. Probably quite cool. Because it's the queen of the skies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll have to see about that. They are big. They do take up storage and stuff. That is another aspect that has come in. So obviously the 747 is literally retired by nearly all passenger carriers for a reason, and it's very unlikely that they would want to purchase more 747s. So thank you all for watching this video. We've appreciated you watching this far if you have got this far, and don't forget to subscribe. So over here you can subscribe to Simple Aviation, and over here you can check out our Climate Crisis Simple Aviation documentary collaboration with Geography Explained. Until then, it's goodbye from London Buses 136.
Say goodbye.
It's goodbye.
Hope you're well.
And it's goodbye from me, Aviation 2210. Goodbye.